Welcome back once again, fellow vinyl aficionados, to Racer Records. My name is Joe. This is a challenge accepted. A little while ago, a gentleman by the name of Chris from Stylist Meets Vinyl put out a challenge to read your liner notes, I guess, or to know your liner notes. It's called the Liner Note Challenge anyway, and I came across it on Embryonic Robots page. Brian, thanks very much for doing that challenge and putting it out there for us. So thanks to Chris, thanks to Brian. You can see Chris's page is up on the screen back there, but I will put a link to both of those gentlemen's channels in the description. So, without further ado, there are 4 criteria to meet this challenge. I think I've done okay. They're standard answers, kind of. I could have dug a little deeper, and I probably should have dug a little deeper, but these are my 4 answers to the question. So the first question was an album where there is a writing credit that goes to every member of the band. And there's some super easy ones out there, and mine's kind of a super easy one. It's not the Beatles, though, which is the super easiest, but there was a couple of different options that I was thinking of going with, but the band that I thought of first was these guys. Of course, Queen. Everybody got credit on everything, but specifically there are certain songs that go to certain members of the band, especially on this album. But it's pretty cool. This is one I just picked up a little while ago. It's very nice. Nice clean gatefold. There's the back. There's the front. It's even got embossed lettering. It's pretty nice. Can't remember where I got this one, but I'm glad that I did. And in case you are a colored vinyl fan, nice and bright and pink. So there you go. You can have your pink fat bottom girls if you wish. So there you go. There is an album and a band, in fact, where many of the members, many of the albums have a writing credit from every member of the band, but that is one. The next criteria that was to be met was a vocal credit for each member of the band. Now again, you could go with these guys, you could go easily with the Beatles, and there's a number of different bands, but for those that know me, know I am a Kiss fan, so of course that is what came to mind first. And then this album is specifically what came to mind first because it's got one of Ace's best songs on it, Shock Me, and then it's got Peter singing Hooligan, and then of course it has the 2 main guys, Gene and Paul, with their contributions to this album as well. So there you go, a album where every member of the band sings on it. There you go, that's that one, Kiss Love Gun. Next up is a record with 2 lead vocalists, or a band, I guess, with 2 lead vocalists. I believe I thought it said a record, but regardless of that, I've got a couple of options, and I was watching Embryonic Robot, Brian's YouTube video. Geez, that took me a while to get that out. No edits. And a lot of his were Canadian bands. So instantaneously, I thought of the boys from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, the Northern Pikes. Now, on this album, there are in fact 3 vocalists sing, so you may call me on that, and I've got a backup in case you call me on this one. But really, for the most part, it's usually either Jay Semko or it's Merle Brick singing with the Northern Pikes. Now, with that said, on here, there of course is one of their biggest songs, She Ain't Pretty, which is by Brian Potman. And Niggs doesn't sing on anything. I checked, because he might have been part of the other, where all 4 members sing, but he does not sing. Don Schmidt does not sing. That is the deal. So, you may call me on this one because it is certainly 3 lead vocalists doing a song on here, but it meets the criteria of 2 for sure. It just over exceeds it. But great album. Dream Away, Kiss Me You Fool, She Ain't Pretty. Awesome, awesome band and album. So if you are from not Canada and not North America, if you don't know these guys, seek them out. Go and find their stuff. This is their 3rd album. They did 4. They've got some new stuff coming out. They're still touring. They're still playing. And they are still fantastic. So Snow in June is the album specifically. So if you call me on 3 guys singing on that album, now, he doesn't very often, but there is another lead singer besides Bono on this one from U2. And of course that is The Edge singing Numb. And I just happened to see these guys at the Sphere in Las Vegas, so he didn't sing Numb. They didn't play Numb, which would have been cool if they did. And I bet there would have been great visuals for it. But anyway, so 2 lead singers on this album. Only 1 song by The Edge, but it is Numb. The rest, of course, is from Bono. Now, the last criteria in this liner notes challenge was an album written entirely by the lead singer. Now, if you're watching this and going, well, that's easy. Bruce Springsteen writes all his. But I think the gist of it was a band where the lead singer wrote all of it. So that's what I worked out. Now, there was a couple that I could choose from, and there's lots of different options for these, obviously. This is just coming out of my personal collection and coming out of my mind as well. So I actually originally had picked Tyler Joseph and 21 Pilots because he writes all the music for 21 Pilots. His buddy on the drums does not, or at least he's not credited for writing. But then I thought about it and went, oh yeah, I know someone who writes all their stuff, and that is Mr. Mike Ness of the fantastic California punk band Social Distortion. Again, not a huge name, but big enough that you should probably know them, and if you don't, highly recommend. Real good stuff. Not sure what to call it other than California punk. Really good stuff. But yeah, Mike Ness wrote everything on this album, and I think Mike Ness has pretty much written everything on every album. And this might be a little bit of a cheat because, yeah, it's a band, and the band does change a little bit. It hasn't been the same group. So again, you might call me on this, but this is my answers to the challenge. So there you go. And plus, I love this album, and I wanted to get it out there. And there you can see I've got my ticket from when I saw them a couple of years ago. Mike had some cancer issues in the last little while. They had to cancel the tour, but thankfully, that is all cleared up, and they have in fact rescheduled their tour. So closest they're coming to me is, I think, either Winnipeg or Edmonton. So have to make a road trip and go see Mike Ness and Social Distortion. So there you go. That is the liner notes challenge. I believe I have completed it successfully and somewhat truthfully. Yeah, there's 3 guys sing on Snow in June, but, cut me some slack. I'm trying. All right, thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those YouTube-y things, and do your own challenge. I'm trying to come up with one that hasn't been done. There's not a lot out there. I've got one in mind, and I have to seek it out a little bit and see if others have done it. Maybe they have. But I do enjoy doing them, so for all of you guys out there that do them, thank you. For all of you out there watching, try and come up with one yourself. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks very much. Have a great day.